us. What a week. What a 2 days. We're going to have the greatest sports show in history joining us live on the campaign bus. Trump 2025 bus now, right? Is I can't believe he's here with us. We really had to corral Trent into being with us here. Trent Connor with us. Also, Santana is doing social media. She's with WVSN and with the John Fredericks Media Network. So it's great to have you guys with us. Let's go. We got. Let's introduce our staff. Let's start with Trent Connor, who's here with me on the bus. Trent is a senior writer for WV Sports Nation. Go to WVSportsNation.com. WVSportsNation.com. Never want to miss that. Bookmark it. We've got an app coming out soon. We're looking forward to that. WVSportsNation.com. Speaking of that, also with us, Brendan Statler is with us. He's also kind of like Santana. Crosses the Rubicon Saxman or mixes church with state or something of that nature. But Brendan, our number one sales rep. Nice job, Brendan, in selling out WVU basketball. Good job in the Fairmont office, and also a contributor to West Virginia, WVSportsNation.com. And one of our panelists here is on every week. I bet against the Penguins one time in Minnesota. They lose, right? They win. Only game they've won on the road in seems like 7 months, and whatever.
Hey,
so
number one team in the NHL right now, John. Come on.
I never thought I thought they'd go on the road and lose. I bet Minnesota, and Thursday night at a 1-0 lead after like 8 seconds. I'm like, oh, I'm so smart at hockey, man. I'm so good. I get up. They get beat like 6-1. Money gone out of my account. What are you going to do? Chris Saxman with us. The king is back. King of sports, king of politics, and also a senior advisor to the campaign. What campaign, you don't know, but he is a senior advisor. Another one that crosses both paths. And of course, without getting into politics, Chris is going to be with us live at our election night headquarters. Don't want to miss that. Starting at 6 o'clock on Tuesday at the Jason Miera's Attorney General headquarters at the Embassy Suites in Oceanfront. So Saxman's going to be there. And Saxman, are you bringing Michelle? That's my main question.
No, we've had a little health difficulties on her side of the family, so she probably won't be there. I'm still trying to finagle it, but don't count on it. So
who's going to feed us?
The Embassy Suites.
Oh man, we're on here like 6 hours, man. Michelle's always there feeding us.
I can bring food. They won't let me bring my food in there. I guarantee it.
Well, have her make stuff for us, and then just bring in the car.
I'm making red beans right now after my my on location cooking down in South Louisiana last week. So,
we'll check it out. Also with us, the old ball coach, Coach Vince Mayako. He is the head baseball coach at Taft Community College. Vince, did I forget to send you lights again? Did Ed send you?
Yes, you did.
I got
a little difficulty.
Why do you write that down? I gotta send Vince. Yeah, I'm gonna jot this down. Send Vince lights. I was gonna do it and then I just forgot. Vince, when we get on a break, text me your home address, all right? And
all right,
I'll get those out to you, and we'll get those out to you Monday. So that's our panel. We're ready to roll. Now, we're going to give you a lot of picks, a lot of winners, hopefully. Trent gave me a winner last night, Celtics money line. Let's go. Good job, man. He just says, hey, bet the Celtics money line. I got it in 15 seconds before the game started at my dinner table. And boom, ching-a-ching-a-ching. And we won that. He also told me to bet the Dodgers. I should bet a parlay, right? Won them both. But before we get into all this handicapping, this is the greatest sports picks and analysis show known to mankind. This is why you're here. It is the best. You know it. We know it. Everybody knows it. Godzilla Wins is the best show. But if you have a gambling problem, you want to call 1-800-GAMBLER. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. And our picks here on the show are for entertainment purposes only, and only gamble what you afford to lose. Look at it as entertainment. That's the way we do. But if you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. 1-800-GAMBLER, and you are good to go. So, guys, we've got so much to talk about. I think Mitch is back hosting next week. Thank the good Lord for that. So you got to deal with me here for another day on the bus, on the campaign bus here going through Virginia. Where are we, Trent? Do you have any idea?
Abington, Virginia.
Abington, Virginia.
Okay.
Actually, I have no idea where we are. Somewhere south. Abington.
You're close to Tennessee.
Beautiful place. We had dinner last night at the tavern in the oldest building, I think, in the whole couple county area. So that was kind of fun. But let's get right to it, guys. Let's start with the World Series. We're going to a Game 7. What a series this has been. Let's start with Coach Mayako, the #1 junior college coach, Taft College in Bakersfield, California. And Coach, listen, you got a young fellow out there, needs like one more year of seasoning. You want to check out Bakersfield Taft College coach Mayako, because you got a lot of players that comes in there. They get big time D1 scholarships, big NIL money. So check him out. Coach, World Series Game 7. What do you think?
This has been quite the series, right? I mean, it's almost like riding a roller coaster. After Game 1, the Blue Jays basically shell-shocked the Dodgers and blew them out. Obviously, Yamamoto comes back in Game 2 and just shoves it against the Blue Jays. Then we transition to LA, and in a classic, an 18-inning classic in Game 3, and the Dodgers leave them on the field with a walk-off home run by Freddie Freeman. And I thought, you know what, the series is over now. It's over. Mm-hmm. Blue Jays can't respond from this. Mm-hmm. Okay, can't respond from an 18-inning loss. And what do? Games 4 and 5, they absolutely dominate the Dodgers in games 4 and 5. And I knew that last night's game would be.
All right, Vince Rose, Saxman, take it over.
Well, last night's game was I just loved watching last night's game. 3-1. You know, the Blue Jays are pressing at home. You think they're going to come back. They got men on base. They get the ground rule double. And it's just that double play at the end. Kiki Hernandez doubling up Barger off second base I came out of my chair, and I don't do that during baseball games, but like that was a play for the ages. God, how to shut down a game. I think they roll that momentum into tonight, and I think they take Game 7 on the road.
Brendan, what do you think?
Yeah, me and Coach Vince were talking about this series before we went live, and honestly, this has been a hell of a series, to say the least. I mean, just when you think one team is going to pull away with the momentum, it completely flips. It would not shock me one way or the other who wins tonight. Both these teams are equally matched. I mean, that's obvious watching this series. If I had to make a pick on it, I have to agree with Saxman. I think the Dodgers have the momentum. I think they go in, and I think they get the win today. But I'm telling you, Toronto is a damn good team as well. It's going to be a close game.
Well, the problem the Dodgers have got now is they haven't even named a starter. They have no starter, Vince, and their bullpen is suspect. So when their starter can go 6 or 7 innings, they got a shot. I don't even know who they're starting tonight. They haven't named a starter. Max Scherzer's going for Toronto. I mean, is this not, Vince, what Max Scherzer lives to do? He's still frozen.
Yeah, on Max Scherzer, though, age is age, and he's whipping a 1.3 right now. ERA is like a 4.5. Can he get you a couple good innings? Yeah, he can get 3 innings. If he can get through once through the lineup, Toronto stands a chance. And that's what I think you're going to see the entire rotation on the field tonight for both teams. I think you're going to see 6, 7 pitchers aside, unless Ohtani comes in, unless they start Ohtani tonight or give him the ball for the second rotation through the lineup. And he starts dominating. He just gets in a groove, which he can do, as we all know. I think that's the unknown, and so I would lay off any wagering until we know the Dodgers starting lineup. especially if you're prop betting, the 3-inning blocks, those kinds of things, which has become the norm in betting now, is to do these prop bets. But over under, I love the under here, just because of everyone is going to be pitching tonight. They're gonna manage their lineups at 7.5. This is going to be 3-2, 3-0. I think I just don't see the bats. This is like an all-star game when when you're going to have every pitcher in the bullpen throwing tonight.
What do you think, Trent?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who the Dodgers start tonight. You saw Glasnow come in last night. He got 3 outs on 3 pitches, I believe, and I would expect to see him again tonight, which we'll see how long he goes, how many innings he goes, if he does start or he comes in out of the bullpen. But these Blue Jays bats have been hot, and they play small ball, but they also hit for power, which I think it scares me for the Dodgers' sake. And I personally, I would bet the Blue Jays to win Game 7 tonight and keep the ball rolling there in Toronto.
Okay.
Yeah, I like. You can't go say, oh, there's an obvious pick here, right? You're just going. This is a managerial reality, because you guys just take Glasnow. 3 pitches. His arm is still good for tonight,
Right.
But it's where you place him in the lineup,
Just the camera.
and where Dave Roberts thinks he's going to do well against the Blue Jays lineup. Then that's the game inside the game. That's the chess match here. He's like, okay, I got Glasnow. He can go a couple innings maybe, but where in the lineup? Who do I want him throwing against? And that's going to be hard. I think hard data analytics for some of these guys.
And look, I have no pick on this game. I don't know who's pitching for the Dodgers. It's in Toronto. The place is going to go crazy. I mean, every pitch, being at a 7th game, every pitch, you as a crowd, as a fan in the 7th game, you hang on every single pitch. And so, there's going to be a lot of juice going. If I had to pick the game, I bet Toronto, simply because I know Scherzer lives for this kind of stuff. And I know he'll put everything he's got into this, and I just don't trust that. I mean, the Dodgers' problem in this series has been their pen the entire time, except for that 18-inning game. I mean, it's been their pen, so I don't really trust anybody they bring in. So, but who knows? I mean, they certainly have the momentum after the win last night.
Oh, that double play to end the game. Oh, I still get chills thinking about it. I can't wait for tonight's game. It's going to be electric in Toronto. It's what baseball fans live for all around the world, to see this. I guarantee you, Japan is going to be. You're going to have like 40% of the TVs in Japan watching this thing tonight.
Who doesn't love a Game 7 in the World Series, guys? It's going to be great.
Al, do me a favor, Al, for TV. I just called Waddy to adjust the camera. I think he went inside, and so if you can do it here on a screen somehow, we'll try to get through it till Waddy's here. Or actually, Al, go to a quick commercial break and I'll adjust it. All right.
The John Fredericks Victory VA Bus Tour is rolling through the Commonwealth and heading your way. From the Southwest to the oceanfront, the Victory VA Bus Tour connects you to the candidates and issues that make election 2025 a must-vote election. For dates and locations, hit victoryva.com and make your donation to support the action. Meet the candidates and discuss the issues. J. Fred's Victory VA Bus Tour. Details and donations at victoryva.com. West Virginia Sports Nation gives you a top-of-the-mountain view of the Mountaineers sports landscape. See what's happening in all the sports, far beyond football, basketball, and baseball. Gymnastics, track and field, rowing, swimming and diving, golf, volleyball, tennis. More sports, more stories. If the Mountaineers play the game, WVSportsNation.com has it covered. Up-to-date and insightful articles written by Mountaineers for Mountaineers Nation. WVSportsNation.com. WVSportsNation.com. WVSportsNation.com.
Forget it. Deal with it later. Okay, we're back trying to fix this camera situation. Got Waddy back here. Good to have you back. This Godzilla one sponsored by Rosie's Gaming. Go to rosiesgaming.com, WV Sports Nation, WVSportsNation.com, where you're going to get everything you want from West Virginia Sports Nation, WVSportsNation.com. Thank you for being with us. As always, also sponsored by My Pillow. Thank you for doing that. And Healthy Cell, all there. And we'll try to get this camera thing worked out. All right, guys. I want to get to the Louisiana State University debacle. We'll be getting the games here. We're way behind, but we've got to get to this. Unbelievable. They get blown. First of all, it was Coach Vince's best bet of the week. They get blown out at home. Texas A&M puts a 50 spot on them. They get embarrassed. That's Saturday in Death Valley. Sunday, the AD fires Coach Brian Kelly, gets him out of there. The next day, that rarely happens in college football. Normally, you wait until Monday. They fired him on Sunday, so the next day. Then the governor, Landry, the governor of Louisiana, comes out with a press conference and says the AD is not going to pick the next coach. The governor is now selecting the coach. Then the next day, they fire Weldon, the AD. So they got no AD, they got no coach, and you've got Governor Landry of Louisiana basically taking over the football team. What the hell is going on? Somebody jump in and help me.
Does it tell you how important LSU football is to the state of Louisiana? Yes. This is I was down in Louisiana before the game. I think the game was on the 25th last weekend, right? 25th.
Right.
And I left on Friday, and we had a crab boil the night before, a bunch of Cajuns boiling up some crab and some good stuff. And the conversation was not about whether LSU was going to win or not, but when they were going to fire Brian Kelly. Everybody in the state of Louisiana knew this was coming, and no one is shocked. And it just goes to show you how culturally important it is to the state of Louisiana. And for good reasons. I mean, the LSU is a premier blue chip program in college football, and it's far more important than the New Orleans Saints or the Pelicans. I mean, this is their number one sport. This is their franchise, and the governor is going to weigh in. I guarantee you, governors in the SEC call these athletes and say, "I need you to go to LSU." This is part of the recruiting process, and they're damn serious about it. And they're gonna go all in and get a great coach.
Why is the governor involved?
Are you kidding? Votes. This is it, man. I mean, if you want to get votes, this is what you do. You weigh in. You're gonna be ahead of LSU football. You're gonna give a damn because everyone on the streets are talking about this now. This is a great political play. I don't know why more governors don't get involved in this stuff.
It's gonna be a great campaign ad.
Damn straight. Go Tigers. Go Landry. That's not hard.
I think Landry's position is the buyout is what is it 58 million or something?
53 million.
53 million. Trent says the buyout is so the buyout is 53 million, and so that's taxpayer money, right? Because this is like state fund.
No.
Right? No,
it's private.
That's all private money.
Yeah, it's all private money.
Yeah, it's probably all donor money, etc.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the salary of the coach is not paid by the university?
It depends upon how the contract is written. In most states, part of the contract, like a base salary, would be paid for by the athletic department with all the different infusion of state money. They're considered a state employee, but the vast majority of their salary comes from outside of that.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens.
I'll check to make sure, but it depends on how the contract's written and what sources of the money are.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens as we go forward. With that, let's get to some college football. We got a lot of picks here, and let's see. What you need to zoom us? You need to zoom us in tighter here because our screen is too big. Thank you. Let's get to Navy at North Texas. I don't know why is North Texas is -6.5. You know, Navy always they always seem to run the football. They always have a pretty good team. But let's start here with Statler. We'll start you off. What do you think of this game?
This seems to be one of those games that Jack just throws in to laugh at us. I'm going to pick the Navy. Go USA.
All right. You like Navy plus 6.5, Saxman?
Yeah, and take the under here if you're of mine, just because you have a clash of styles. You have Navy controlling the clock and the air raid from North Texas. God knows how it's going to go on the road. Take Navy ball control, take the under, and Navy to cover.
Trent Connor.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the opposite here. I'm gonna take North Texas. The 6.5 line's a little fishy to me here. I think people will be betting Navy because of their record, and I think North Texas has a pretty good ball squad this year, and their quarterbacks can light it up. So I think they'll be able to throw the ball here on Navy and score some points.
I love North Texas here. They're 6.5 for a reason. Navy isn't that good. They're having one of their best seasons ever. So I love North Texas in this game minus the 6.5. Do we have a coach, the old ball coach back?
For now, anyway.
All right, good deal. Who's your pick in this game, Vince?
I believe Navy's undefeated, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
How can you not root for Navy? So I'm gonna bet with my heart and not my head. Wouldn't it be great if Navy ran the table and they were one of the 12? So in order for that to happen, go Middies.
They're just playing this North Texas team is one of the best teams in the mid majors. They're very tough. They have a great defense. If they stop the run, this game gets out of hand early. So we'll see what happens there. We got our picks in. Okay, let's go to Miami at Southern Methodist University. The Hurricanes ranked number 10, and they're a 10.5 point favorite over SMU Mustangs. Let's start with Trent Connor.
Yeah, Miami, they started slow last week, and it didn't really seem to affect them. And what I'm getting here, the money's kind of split here on the spread. So I'd probably take Miami minus 9.5, get that key number 10, get right under it, and hope for the best.
Statler?
Yeah, I love this Miami team this year. They are a very good team, number 10 in the nation, as you mentioned. I think 10.5 is nothing for them over SMU.
Saxman?
Yeah, I like Miami here too. 10.5. You know, watch that line. You know, don't commit until you have to. But that when you get 10, it's always a dicey one, right? So I would look at that point spread as you get closer to it. But I like Miami to cover.
Does anybody really see SMU winning this game? I mean, this basically no. SMU is not going to win the game, and I've said this 100 times. When you're betting a team based on a backdoor cover, I mean, it's just unless it's West Virginia and you got their outfit on, it's a tough bet. So Miami's going to win the game. I'm going to lay the 10.5. Wow. Vanderbilt. Did you ever think in your lifetime you would see Vanderbilt this late in the season ranked number 9, November 1st? They're 9th ranked in the country. They're beating everybody, defying all the odds. This is a really solid club. And, I mean, they're going to Texas. Always tough to play there. This is a big game for Manning. Minus 3.5 are the Horns. Let's go around the table and start with Vince.
Yeah, I think Manning's still questionable for today, right? He's still in concussion protocol, I believe.
No, they cleared him.
Yeah, they
did
him.
clear. They clear him. Okay, well, I don't know if that changes anything at all. It might actually give you more incentive to maybe throw something down on Vandy. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, who would have thought this late in the season, legitimately, Vanderbilt can be one of the top 12 teams in the country and be able to be in the college football playoffs. Yeah, I'm gonna keep riding Vandy on this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Texas is. I don't know. They're not as good with Arch Manning as you'd think they would be, but Diego Pavia is the leading rusher for Vanderbilt, and I think Texas has the athletes at linebacker to spy on him, to slow him down just a little bit. So I'm gonna take Texas money line in this one and see how home field advantage plays for the Longhorns here.
So what is the money line? Minus what? Trent? What is that?
Minus 150 is
Okay,
the best
so
line I see.
you're gonna lay $1.50.
Yep.
I mean, but the thing is, they keep winning. I mean, they keep winning. Saxon. They keep winning.
Vanderbilt until they don't, right? Just let it go.
That's kind of the way I look at it.
This is a fun bet. You talk about entertainment purposes only betting. This is the one you go to hell with Texas, to hell with the Mannings. Let this thing ride. Put a little bit of money on Vanderbilt. Watch the game and have fun. This is one of those because look, no one here cares about a Vanderbilt. Let's just be completely honest. No one here is a Commodores fan. No one's going to be a Commodore. Well, except for the late '70s crowd when Commodores Live was fantastic, double album. For you kids back home, you can look that up on Spotify. Spotify, yeah. But the simple fact of the matter, Vanderbilt is just a team that's winning right now. Go ahead, put your money on Vanderbilt. Get the money line. Just have fun. Just have fun with this bet.
Yeah, I have to agree with everybody here. Vanderbilt's winning. I have no reason not to pick them. I don't trust Arch Manning or the Texas Longhorns. They've been one of the biggest disappointments of the season, and Vanderbilt has been the biggest surprise of the season. I'm riding with Vandy in this one.
I just, you know what? Do you believe or not? Right.
Right.
Did we call on Vince?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
You believe or not? You believe or not?
Right.
And every time I bet Texas, I get burned. Every single time I bet him, I get burned every single time. But I'm going to go with Trent here. I'm going to go with Texas. I never bet the money line, but I do think they're going to win at home. And Santana right in the right-hand side, that cup there. Nope, right up there. That's it. You got it. Sorry, guys, we're triple tasking. So I'm going to go with. I like this bet. I like Trent's bet. Texas money line. I tell you what, guys, we're on this bus. We're traveling all over the place. It's crazy. I never leave home without my emergency and medical kit from the wellness company, one of our sponsors. Larry was getting some out of the back the other day. He cut his finger pretty bad. We're out in the middle of nowhere. Bing, open up our emergency kit. We got antiseptic. We got antibiotics. We got bandages. Everything is right here. There was a guidebook there. It said, take the antibiotics for 3 days, just in case you got something in that cut. He did that. Didn't have to stop. Didn't have to do anything. For you and your family, this is the best thing you could possibly do is get one of these. And if you travel, just throw it in your bag. Take it with you. All you got to do is go to twc.health/Godzilla, twc.health/Godzilla, promo code Godzilla, and you're going to get 10% off the wellness company. Get your medical emergency kit now. Have it forever. We got that. We've also got the travel emergency kit, which we travel with. So we got them both just in case something happens. Always good.
Great gifts for your kids, by the way. Great gifts for your kids.
Yeah, because there's a guidebook in it. Yep. So, like when Larry cut his finger and he was bleeding, and he cut it on something that was in the back that was all rusted out. The first thing you worry about is getting an infection. So you read the thing, like put antiseptic on it, take the antibiotics for 3 days, take this dosage, and wrap it up. You're good to go. So everything is right there. But Saxman, good idea. Great. All of your kids, adults over 18 should have one of these. They make great presents for Christmas because, you got to get them the other stuff, the sweaters and whatnot. But get that medical emergency kit. Joe's got one. Claire's got one. Jack's got one. We all got one. Need that big time.
Like it's a great stocking stuffer instead of socks and whatnot. Get your kids, and they're going to go, oh, Dad. But you say, yeah, but at least you'll have this, and trust me, someday you're going to need it. So down to deal with it.
We've had this 3 years, Chris. We've replenished ours, I think 4 times. That's how many times we go through the stuff in there. Now, not all the stuff, but it's also got ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, and got COVID when we traveled big. She got rid of that in a day and a half because we caught it early. twc.health/Godzilla. Promo code Godzilla, 10% off. Okay, big game. The largest outdoor cocktail party. Georgia at Florida. Georgia ranked number 5. Florida just fired their coach. Georgia minus 7.5. Are they going to cover? Let's start with Trent Connor.
Yeah, I think there's something to be said for a team rallying behind when a coach is fired. They tend to rally behind the interim head coach.
Fair.
And I don't I don't love betting Florida in this spot. But there is a lot of sharp money coming in on Florida, so I'm gonna follow the sharps here and take Florida in the points.
Saxman?
I like Georgia to cover. They need it more than Florida does. I've been to that game. It's wild. It's fun. Take the under in this one though, because I think Georgia's going to shut down Florida. To Trent's point, which is a great one. That's going to last maybe a quarter in this game, but Georgia just needs to run up some points here and suffocate Florida. So I think they'll cover this pretty easily.
I tend to agree with you. I'll get to mine in a minute. Brendan?
Yeah, I just think that Georgia is simply the better team here. I like Georgia at 7.5. Can't get much.
Coach?
I think you get Trent there, put him behind the wheel, leave the campaign trail for 24 hours, drive down to Jacksonville, party like you've never partied before, the largest outdoor cocktail party. Go Dogs.
Trust me, those people have been down there since Tuesday in their RVs. I'm not kidding. It's crazy. That was my first experience with SEC football. It was like 1991. I went to the game down.
When did they stop calling this the largest outdoor cocktail party? I know they always like, who knows what we're dealing with.
Kind of the wokesters didn't like it for whatever.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Well, have they stopped calling it that? Have they stopped it?
Yes, officially is no longer called the largest outdoor cocktail party.
Why?
I'm outraged.
I have no clue.
Outrageous.
But I will continue to call it the world's largest outdoor cocktail party.
It is. It's extraordinary. It's just like wild.
Listen, I'm going against my man Trent here. By the way, did somebody mention partying on the bus? Did we do that last night?
Yeah, we got a little party going here on the bus.
And we threw out the. We're not being sexist, but we threw out the women. Okay, we just out, right? So just like a guy's night out on the bus here, and what's said on the bus stays on the bus. That's the whole thing, right? So we had a lot of.
What's amazing, John? Both you and Trent are up this morning early. You must have partied that.
Look, they had game.
Partying at 67, it means you had like 3 cocktails. That's basically what partying is at my age.
They've not been on their game. Let's be honest. I mean, the camera's been off. Really,
we're not on our game. Yeah.
This is not Pete Godzilla right now.
Trent asked for a beer last night on the bus. We had this. I don't know where we got it. We had it for a while, but it's like this. It's like a can of like 50-ounce beer. It's like this. I don't know where we got it, but it was in there. We saw it somewhere. Hey, let's try this, and someday we'll need it. There was Trent. It's like, well, we got one beer, but it's like 52 ounces. So
shotgun.
We had
sure, that tasted great towards the last 20 ounces.
Yeah. Started getting a little warm, but powered through.
Yeah, it's all good. I love Georgia in this game. I mean, I'm just going to lay the 7.5. They're just, come on, guys. I know Florida's got a new coach. They suck. This thing is going to be a blowout. And the thing about Kirby, like, he doesn't care. He'll just run this score up. Georgia needs to start winning games. They need to start winning big. So I love Georgia here. Oh, this is a game, man. This is a game. Check this out, guys. Indiana goes to Maryland. Go Terps. It's homecoming. You know the Maryland football team could be undefeated. You know every game they lost, they had the lead going into the fourth quarter or some point in the fourth quarter. This team could be undefeated and looking at playing in the playoffs. Instead, they lost a lot of games late. They do good ball control. They don't turn the ball over. Their defense, the problem why they're losing in the fourth quarter is depth. They get tired, and they don't have the depth. They've got 15, 16 guys that are really good, but they start getting on the field in the fourth quarter, and that's where people have scored on them because of fatigue, and they don't have the depth. But 21.5 here. Everybody's betting Indiana. Rah, rah, rah. Indiana, rah, rah, rah. I love Maryland home taking the 21. This is going to be a tough game. Maryland has been in every single game they played, and this is I don't see this being a blowout. And I wouldn't be shocked if they have the lead with 5 or 6 minutes to go, and that place is going to be sold out. I'm a Terps guy now. I love my Terps, so I'm going Maryland plus 21.5. Trent Connor.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take the opposite side here. I will say something. I've picked the opposite of the panel the entire time, and the contrarian better in me likes to see that. But this game is the public's all over Indiana, and I think it's for a good reason. I think they are the best team in the nation. Their defense is suffocating. Their offense can score with the best of them, and this line at 21.5, I think the books are begging you to take Maryland with getting the key half point there at 21. But I'm gonna go against my gut here and take the Hoosiers minus 21.5.
All right, so you're basically saying Maryland plus 21 is a sucker bet, a Vegas sucker bet.
It's not necessarily a sucker bet, but I think when you have one of these best teams, they tend to cover. Good teams win, great teams cover.
I like that. Good teams win, great teams cover. I should write that down. Saxman?
Look, Indiana boat raced UCLA 56-6, right? UCLA beat Maryland. Okay, just looking at that from a betting perspective, I think Indiana's going to cover this. I think they know what's on the line. Signetti doesn't play around. He's going to keep scoring when he can score. I like Indiana here, and largely because I hate Maryland. Let's just put that out there.
Why do you hate Maryland?
Are you kidding? I'm in Virginia. This is what we do. They used to be in the ACC. We grew up hating Maryland.
Well, wait a minute. You're going to be rooting for Maryland baseball, though, right?
Only when Joseph, right? Only when Joseph pitches, and just for those innings. Okay. That's a prop.
That's cold, Saxon.
That's my prop.
That's cold.
No. This is deep seated. This goes back 50 years. Deal with it. Okay.
Fear the turtle, baby.
No one fears a turtle. No one fears a turtle. Nobody goes up and says, "Oh, it's a turtle. Run away." Right?
Let's get to Statler. Oh man, banging on my Terps, baby. Not good. Not good.
Yeah, well, sorry to tell you, John, but the banging is going to continue. But Indiana is arguably the best team in the nation. I don't see any way the Terps keep this close, whether they're at home and it's their homecoming. It doesn't matter. I think Indiana rolls. Take the 21.5.
Well, that leaves us to Coach Vince Mayako. What do you think, Vince?
Yeah, I have to agree with Chris and Brendan on their statement saying that Indiana very well could be the best team in the country right now. I mean, they've been blowing out everybody. But at Maryland's getting 3 touchdowns plus. I think Maryland keeps it close. I really do. And, of course, I had LSU last week too, so take that with a grain of salt. But anyway,
not only you had
Indiana win.
Not only wait. Let's do a segue here. Let's just don't try to just paste over this and gloss over it, Coach. You know, we love you, but you had LSU as your best bet, and then when we did best bets at the end of the NFL segment, you doubled down on them again. So they were a double down best bet, and they got beat by. They gave up 50 points. Just saying.
Yeah, and I'm a huge Governor of Louisiana fan right now. So,
a little late.
But we'll segue back to this game. Indiana, quite possibly best team in the country, but Maryland will keep it close.
I agree. So okay, two of us are going with Maryland, and 2 are going with Indiana to cover. South Carolina goes to Ole Miss. This is I look at this game at 11.5. Ole Miss minus 11.5. I look at this game. I'm going to start here with Saxman, and I know this is a trap. I know it because Ole Miss big win last week, game they had to win. It's got letdown written all over it. And the thing about the Gamecocks, they hang around games. They just hang around. You bet against them, you lay the points, they're hanging around, and you're losing bets. So let's start with Statler. Who do you like here, Statler?
I have to agree with you, John. I like Ole Miss to win, but I think this is going to be a pretty close game. I think South Carolina covers.
All right. let's go to the old ball coach.
Yeah, everything says let down on this one, and I'm not going to disagree with your analysis and Brendan's analysis on this, but I do think Ole Miss has too much riding on the line here. I mean, they have the college football playoffs right ahead. It's within sight. They take care of business. So with that said, means this game is in Oxford, we're going to go Ole Miss Rebels today.
All right, Saxman.
I like road teams to cover this week for some strange and dumb reason. That South Carolina is going to come in this game really pissed that they blew it against Alabama last week. They had that game, and I think they just got gassed, and the D line just got pushed around at the last couple of drives there for Alabama, and some late mistakes by South Carolina. But I think in this game, South Carolina covers. I think they're going to come out just screaming at this one, and the letdown from Ole Miss. So you have a convergence here. You have a letdown and a pretty ticked off Gamecocks team. And Shane Beamer has to put up a quality win, or his job's going to be in question too. So I think this is one of those moments where South Carolina is going to keep it close. 11.5's a lot. And you might want to take a look at that over, because I think things are going to be getting scoring late.
Trent?
Yeah, I think South Carolina can keep this Ole Miss passing attack in check a little bit here, and they're going to make Chambliss get out of the pocket, use his legs. And I think the Rebels are going to have to rely on their ground game, and I think it's going to eat up some clock here. I'm going to take I like the under in this one. I don't want to mess around with the spread. I don't really like that number, so I'm just going to play the under, keep it small, and see if it hits.
Well, what's that leave? Me? Is everyone else gone? Right?
I believe so.
I kind of losing track of this here. When does Mitch get back? Next week? Hurry back, Mitch! Oh my God. I just know that Ole Miss is not going to cover. I mean, if I bet him, I know they're not going to cover. If I bet him, I know that I'm going to look at the score and it's going to be 14-3 South Carolina in the second quarter, because every time I bet against South Carolina and I lay points, they cover and I lose my bet. So I'm going to go with the Gamecocks here, taking the 11.5. The letdown factor is too much. I think Ole Miss obviously going to win this game, but I think South Carolina is going to put the fear of God in them, because one loss here and they're screwed. I mean, they're hanging by a thread in the West and the SEC. They have to win out, but I think this is going to be a very tough game. I'm going to take the 11.5, and I wouldn't be shocked if you had an upset. Remember, I only bet the underdog if I think they have a legitimate shot to win, and I think the Cocks are better than anybody thinks they are. So that said, that hey,
South Carolina is plus 360 on the money line.
No, I'm going to take 11.5. You know,
Yeah.
the money line's no good if you don't have the ticket. I mean, it's of no value to you.
Right.
So I'm going to take the 11.5. This segment brought to you by our great friends at Rosie's Gaming, a founding sponsor of Godzilla Wins. They've been with us from day one, and Nate Mize there. He's their VP of marketing for Rosie's Gaming. We've got this thing figured out. It's a great experience. It's a great night, great food. It's so clean. It's a different type of an atmosphere there. Plus, they have the lowest takeout. I keep saying this. I want to drill it in, everybody. They have the lowest takeout of any casino, of any slot machines in America. The lowest takeout done by the Virginia General Assembly to get them there means you get the highest payouts and you get the biggest jackpots, and it's just a fun atmosphere. The food is great. The service is fantastic. You're going to love it there. Check it out. Go to rosiesgaming.com. Rosiesgaming.com. If you're in Virginia, it's just a fun time. They're in Dumfries. They're in Vinton, right outside of Roanoke. They're in Danville, Emporia. They're there too. They're Collinswood, just outside of Dansville. They're in Richmond, right by our studio. Colonial Downs, they're there. In New Kent, and of course in Hampton, also in Hampton Roads, right by there, 20 minutes from Virginia Beach. So everything is good. Go to rosiesgaming.com, rosiesgaming.com, a founding sponsor.
Okay. Sorry, a couple line updates. Indiana, Maryland has gone to 20.5, and South Carolina has gone to 12.5. So pay attention to
See,
those.
they heard my pick on Maryland, and it got bet down a point. Right? Look,
Vegas,
books.
Vegas knows. That's a tell.
Vegas is to me in. Let's go to Oklahoma at Tennessee. Number 18 versus number 14 on Rocky Top. It's going to be in Knox Vegas, and Tennessee minus 2.5. Sooners coming in. This is the game of the day, a lot of people think. Let's start with Coach Vince Mayako.
I think it's fair to assume both teams with 2 losses, elimination game, right?
Yes.
Loser is out, winner stays alive. With that said, at Rocky Top, only giving up 2.5. I think Tennessee finds a way to beat the Sooners by more than 3 points.
Good analysis. Chris Saxman.
I've been to this game 3 times of the last. Actually, I was supposed to be at the game, and I'm kind of ticked that I'm not there. And having witnessed both programs, Tennessee was much better last year. I think that's better. I think Oklahoma's a better football team. They're getting credit for. They just have to play in the SEC these days, and they're getting banged around. I think Tennessee wins and covers the 2.5.
That's okay. So we got 2 on Tennessee. Let's go to Brendan Statler.
Yeah, I'm going to keep it rolling. I think Tennessee's the better of the 2 teams. This is an elimination game. It's now or never for them. They're in Knoxville. Let's go Vols.
Trent Connor.
Yeah, the contrarian better in me is smiling again because I like Oklahoma here and I like the money line too. I would try and buy the half point and get it to 3 for Oklahoma just to get that key number. But Oklahoma's defense allows the 5th fewest points in the nation, but Tennessee scores the 2nd most points in the nation. So I think it's going to be a clash of good defense versus good offense. But I think the public likes betting when the lesser ranked team, where Tennessee's 14, Oklahoma's 18, and I like fading that. Usually, that's usually part of my system. So I'm going to take Oklahoma money line and the points here.
Fading Tennessee. Well,
yep.
My late father Sam, who was a prolific gambler back in the bookmaking days, said the defense wins championships, whatever that means. So this is a great game because you have a great defense against a great offense.
Right.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. Having said that, I mean, everything points here to betting Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything. They're at home. There's 90,000 people. They score 50 points a game. They love playing. They love playing in front of their crowd. They're ranked higher. Everything points to Tennessee.
Yep.
And that's when you lose, right? That is when you lose. And why is it? And it's 2.5. It's not 3. You know, why isn't this 3? So I love Oklahoma in this game, and I'm not sold on the Volunteers. I'm just not sold. So I love Oklahoma here. This is really Oklahoma is really a better team than anybody sees because of that defense. So I'm going to go with Oklahoma. I'm going to take the 2.5, and that is my best bet of the day. So I'm going totally contrarian.
Another thing I want to add here is Tennessee's getting a lot of love on the spread. They're getting about 61% of the money and the bets, but Oklahoma is actually getting some sharp money on the money line. They got 26% of the bets, 35% of the money. So sharps seem to like Oklahoma here.
Well, money line wouldn't be a bad bet, but
Old Miss put up 34 last week on them.
I mean, that's the issue. I mean, Oklahoma's defense is good, but Ole Miss is Ole Miss. So, but Trent and I are going with his Sooners here on the road.
Hey, I gotta commend Trent, man. He's bringing his A game today. He's got this information that's
Thank you.
Wow. I'm starting to think that Trent's a wise guy.
Well, that's why we got him here on the
There
bus. He's traveling with us, helping us out a little bit, and so I had to corral him in, and so it's going to be a mainstay.
You should go to the game tonight. You should drive down there.
He had that 52-ounce Budweiser last night that basically fired him up. I think
You should drive down to the game, John. You're not that far. You can't be more than 2 hours from that
We
game.
have we have quite the agenda here in the last 3 days of this campaign. So
This is you could call in sick.
Winston will understand.
you want to deal with Bowserman when we don't leave on time and make if you want to deal with Christine Bowserman, like call her up, okay? I'm not doing that. I got too much going on here.
How far is it? How far is Knoxville? I mean, let's just time this
I
thing
have
out.
no idea. We're not going there. We're going to some rally with Winston some
Tonight?
Like, no, today you got to go to, okay. Well,
It's a night game.
No, we're not going to victoryva.com, victoryva.com. Christine's got the whole schedule down to the Nats dime. So like when we leave, when we pack up, when we do this, when we do that, and if we get behind, she gets a little antsy, and so no, we're not going to do that. I got to travel with her the next 5 days.
Great time. The stadium's a great time.
Not going to. Thanks though for the offer. Okay, Cincinnati goes to the Utes, and Cincinnati ranked number 17. They're beating everybody. Utah could be one of the better teams out there, ranked number 24. Cincinnati and Utah, man, Cincinnati getting no love here. No love. Minus 10.5. I mean, are you kidding me? Cincinnati's beating everybody. Minus 10.5 for Utah. Everybody's darling right now. Everybody's darling, them and BYU. Let's start with Trent Connor. What do you see here, Trent?
Yeah, this is another one of those games where you got two ranked teams going at it, and the public just tends to bet the lesser ranked team. Where Cincinnati 17, Utah's 24. So I mean, system play. I'm gonna have to take Utah minus the points here. They're pretty good rushing the ball, and Cincinnati's not great at stopping the run. So I'm gonna lean on the Utes ground game here and see if they can cover the points.
Okay, you like Utah minus 10.5. Let's get to Brendan Statler.
Yeah, I understand what Trent's saying, and that's a very valid argument, but I have a hard time picking the Utes over the Bearcats this year. I really can't figure out why they're favored by 10.5 just simply because they're at home. I can't bet them over Cincinnati. Give me the Bearcats.
Okay, Coach Vince.
Yeah, I think we're looking at another possible elimination game here too. I think when we're looking at football playoffs. Boy, God, if it was 7 or 6.5, without question, take Utah. But that 10.5 worries me. So I could very easily see Utah winning this game, but Cincinnati keeping it within 10 points. So,
all right,
yeah, I like Cincinnati to cover here too. The line's moved even more. I think it's 11.5 now. I still like the cover.
Let's
as much as I love that campus. I love that campus in Salt Lake City. It's fantastic.
It's just 11. I mean, since Cincinnati, I mean, this is a good team. A 10.5 to me is just, it's like if I'm the players in Cincinnati and I'm looking at this line, I'm like, what do we chop liver? I mean, no respect.
None.
No respect for them. And I think that's always dangerous. So I'm going to take the Bearcats plus the 10.5. And I think they got a shot to win this game. So we'll see what happens. Okay, we got 5 more minutes. We got to get through 2 games. USC, Southern Cal, at Nebraska. The Nebraska football coach Matt Rule saying that he's going to stay in Nebraska. Well, that's good because he's a terrible NFL coach. I can tell you that. But he says he's going to stay there. And USC on the road, going to the Huskers, minus 4.5. Let's start with Coach Vince Maiaco.
Yeah, USC has been a disappointment, and you really think about it. Really, I'm trying to think of the head coach with USC. Help me out here, guys. Lincoln Riley. In his first year at USC, it was like he had Caleb Williams, and you're like, wow, he's instantly turned USC back into a national power. And other than the first year, gosh, what has he done at USC? Really nothing. And I really looked at this year, at the beginning of the year, USC being a viable candidate for the top 12, making the college football playoffs, but they've just a thud this year. I think Nebraska's got a little spring in their step. They know that Matt Rule, they signed a 2-year extension to his contract. They feel like they're in a stable place right now with their program, and they're getting 4.5 points. So I think you go Cornhuskers in this one.
Saxman.
It's a tough bet. I don't like either team here. I probably would stay off of this bet. I don't have a sense of, Huskers defense against Lincoln Riley's offense. And that's why Lincoln Riley does as well as he does. He's overwhelmingly a better offensive coach than he is a defensive coach. I think everybody knows that. But, 4.5 into Nebraska, gosh, it just screams take Nebraska at home, but they don't really do much. I think USC would keep it close. And regardless, can't get a feel for this one.
Trent?
Yeah, this is a system play. I don't need much stats here. I love home dogs that are unranked against a ranked opponent. Give me Nebraska in the points.
I'm with Trent here 100%. This is my second best bet of the day. I love the fact that Matt Rule, who was a disaster with the Panthers, but I love the fact that Matt Rule, their coach, came out and said, "Hey, I ain't leaving. I know there's all these openings. I'm not leaving. I love the Huskers. I love Nebraska. I love my fans." It was different from Cignetti in Indiana because Cignetti's going to make $1 bajillion. Matt Rule doesn't have that kind of a team where he's like the guy. But, he's coaching the NFL, and he comes out and he says, "I'm with the Huskers. I'm going to go with the Huskers here, taking the 4.5. Statler?
Yeah, I have to agree with Nebraska at 4.5. I think that this is a game that they need, and I think they pull it off today at home.
Okay, guys, we only have a minute, so we got to go rapid fire. Penn State at Ohio State. OSU minus 18.5. I'll start. I love Ohio State. They are going to win this game by 40 points. Penn State's a clown show. Sacks.
Yep.
Vince.
Yeah, hard to go against that. I think being just under 21, I could definitely see Ohio State winning this by 3 touchdowns or more. However, wouldn't it be hilarious?
I got to go. Statler.
Yeah, Ohio State rolls today.
Trent.
Yep, give me Ohio State in the points.
All right, guys, that does it for our college football segment of Godzilla Wins. Coming up next, you want to stay with us. We got all the NFL games; they're all coming up. We got a little video for you too on NIL. We're going to open with that. We got Coach, we got Saxman, we got Trent Connor, we got Brenda Sauer. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
West Virginia Sports Nation gives you a top-of-the-mountain view of the Mountaineers sports landscape. See what's happening in all the sports, far beyond football, basketball, and baseball. Gymnastics, track and field, rowing, swimming and diving, golf, volleyball, tennis. More sports, more stories. If the Mountaineers play the game, WVSportsNation.com has it covered. Up-to-date and insightful articles written by Mountaineers for Mountaineers Nation. WVSportsNation.com. WVSportsNation.com. WVSportsNation.com.
The best part about waking up in the morning is a great cup of coffee, and I get this every day with my 1775 coffee. It's rich, it's bold, best tasting coffee I've ever had. Single origin, farmed in Bolivia, 7,000 feet. It's always fresh, roasted daily. This is the best coffee you're ever going to get. Go to 1775coffee.com, 1775coffee.com. Promo code Godzilla, 10% off. It's going to make your day every day.
You woke up with a sore throat and a low-grade fever. You know you are getting sick, so here's your choices. You can get sicker and miss work. Try to see a doctor this week or sit hours in a crowded waiting room at urgent care.
I have a smarter option for you. Open your medical emergency kit. Match your symptoms to doctor-recommended prescription in your booklet and take the right meds now and get well faster.
This is not a first aid kit. It's like having an urgent care in your home. It includes doctor-prescribed medications to treat over 39 medical issues like respiratory infections, strep throat, pneumonia, UTIs, and more.
No waiting to see the doctor and no standing in line at the pharmacy. It's right here.
Every home should have at least one medical emergency kit, and here's how to order.
Order online fast and save $45. Your kit with prescriptions to treat common and life-saving illnesses is rushed to your door. Visit twc.health/Godzilla. Promo code Godzilla. That's twc.health/Godzilla. Promo code Godzilla.
John Fredericks, your Godzilla of truth, fiercely independent.
No ties to Wall Street, I promote Main Street.
The John Fredericks Media Network, privately owned and operated, on top of the issues on air and online.
Trucking the truth every day for 14 years.
The John Fredericks Show drives your morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern. The only independent White House correspondent with live reports from the White House. Hit JohnFredericksRadio.com. Watch at JFMN.tv. John Fredericks, your Godzilla of truth.
Who's going to stop me now?
Nobody.
Did you know that somebody could literally steal your house? Yeah, that is a thing that happens. It is when a criminal forges your signature on one document, uses one fake notary stamp, and then spends about $30, $40 with the county recorder. They then take out loans using your home equity as collateral. And the worst part of it is, you don't even know it's happening until you start getting collections and foreclosure notices. Most people don't check on their home title because why would you feel like you needed to? But this right here is why you need to use Home Title Lock. They have a $1 million triple lock protection that helps keep your home and equity safe. It includes 24/7 monitoring with protection immediately, urgent alerts in case there's any changes in your title. Then if fraud does happen, they have a US-based restoration team that will spend up to $1 million to fix the fraud and restore your title.
Find out if you're already a victim. Go to HomeTitleLock.com now.
John Fredericks, he's America's Godzilla of truth. All week long, he's world-renowned for his proficient proclivity to prophesy the people's political picks with pinpoint precision.
Yeah, baby!
Then, on the weekends, he gets with the guys that are pretty wise, and Godzilla wins. Godzilla wins, the sports picking show for winning dough. Money lines, parlays, over-under, the best plays. You choose the game, Godzilla picks the winners. Get expert analysis, exclusive insights, and have a little fun. When the game is on your mind and money's on the line, Godzilla Wins is your guide to picking winners. Godzilla Wins, on the screens of your TV and favorite devices, commanding radio airwaves far and wide. Before you make that play, hear what the Godzilla crew has to say. Presented by West Virginia SportsNation.com, it's time for Godzilla Wins, all across the John Fredericks Media Network. Oh yeah,
For entertainment purposes only.
You're back on Godzilla Wins. I'm John Fredericks, sitting in for Mitch Rogers today, who's our host. Mitch will be back next week, God willing. Hope your soccer teams where your little girls win. You're a great coach. You're a great dad, Mitch. But we're looking forward to having you back next week. Good to have you with us on another edition of Godzilla Wins. This is our NFL segment, and we are good to go. Now, this is brought to you by WVSportsNation.com. Go to WVSportsNation.com. Never want to miss that. WVSportsNation.com. All of our writers are there. We cover West Virginia sports like nobody's tomorrow. It is the best site out there. The app's coming. Just go to WVSportsNation.com. You check all our writers out here. Bookmark it, and you're good to go. Also brought to you by MyPillow. Greatest company in the history of the earth. They've been a founding sponsor of ours. Rosie's Gaming, the wellness company, and Healthy Cell, all right here on Godzilla Wins. We thank all of our sponsors for making the show a reality and bringing our picks to you. And we got winners coming out the wazoo. Now, let's start with this. Al, you can put this here. We sent you a video the other day. Al, I don't know if you have. You can put that right in the chat. If you've got that, we want to play that. But I'm going to start, before we get to the NFL picks, the Clemson, we don't have Vince here. Vince gone? All right. I'll wait then till he comes back for this, because the Clemson coach basically talked about, the baseball coach, about NIL and what his attitude was on it. And when you have it, Al, I emailed it to you early in the week. Just go through your email. Let me know in chat when it's there. Okay, guys, we got big things happening with the NFL. Now, for our picks, this is for entertainment purposes only. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, go to 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER. Call them up. And remember, bet responsibly and only bet what you can afford to lose. Two winners last night, thanks to Trent Connor, who gave me the Celtics money line. And I told him, I haven't bet an NBA game, I don't think, ever. I think maybe one time I bet like the Rockets or something. I don't bet NBA. He said, bet the Celtics money line, winner, chicken dinner. I got the bet in 2 minutes before tip-off at the dinner table. Thank you. And then I'm like, who do you like in game 6 tonight? Dodgers. So I bet them too. Then I went to bed. I wake up. I got more money in my account than when I went to bed. That's the way to do it. So thank you, Trent, for that.
Yep, no problem.
Good job. I wasn't even going to bet. I just happened to have money in my DraftKings account after I lost money betting against the Penguins. See, here's what happens. You bet against your team, you're guaranteed to lose. I've never bet against the Astros, but if I did, they would lose. You just can't do it. When you bet against your team, you're going to lose your bet. So I bet against the Penguins. Only time I've ever done that, and I lose. Stupid. Anyway, we're going to get to the NFL. We got Coach Vince back, and Vince, we're going to get when Al gets up that video that you sent me from Clemson. We'll break in and play that as soon as Al gets that up. Okay, lots of great games this week in the NFL. Let's start with the Bears going to the Bengals, and Chicago is -2.5. The Bears are a tough team to figure out, guys. I mean, I have no idea what the hell's going on with them. And Cincinnati, well, I don't know. Maybe they can try to make a run for the playoffs. Let's start with Trent Connor. Trent, what do you see in this game?
Yeah, Joe Flacco is still questionable for the Bengals, but it seems like he's going to be good to go, and we'll see how long that lasts. With that shoddy offensive line there in Cincinnati, he could take one hit and be out of this game, and then you got Browning coming in, which is not good for them. But Cincinnati is a home dog here, and they're playing really well with Joe Flacco. They're scoring a bunch of points, so I'm going to take the Bengals as a home dog and the over.
All right, Bengals home dog. Let's get to Statler. What do you think, Brendan?
You know, as a Steeler fan, I've just assumed that my Steelers are going to end the season the way they always do. It's going to be the same story. So for the rest of the season, I'm just going to delight in the misery of my rivals. I love that they lost to the Jets last week. Everybody's saying Joe Flacco this, Joe Flacco that. Joe Flacco's washed. Bengals suck. Give me the Bears to win.
Okay. Let's get to Trent. I'm sorry, we just did Trent. Saxman's gone. Trying to figure out who's on here. Let's get to Coach Vince.
Yeah, this I think what the Bears had a 4-game winning streak until last weekend, right? And it looked like they were definitely trending upward. I think they rebound this week. I do. I think with the question mark at quarterback, is Flacco going to be healthy? And even if he does play, is he going to be the determining factor in this game? I think the Bears can find a way to win this one. Plus, they're getting 2.5. So go Bears.
I'm going to go with the Bengals here. The Bears last week was a joke. I mean, every time you think they might be good, every time they lose. So you just can't bet them. I mean, you just cannot bet the Bears. And look, every time you think Caleb's going to get better, he doesn't. So I like the Bengals here. So I'm going to go with the Bengals.
Can you turn the sauna on?
What? Okay, the Saxman. I guess Saxman's back. All right, Saxman. Bears, Bengals. Cincy getting 2.5 at home. Who do you like?
Love Cincinnati. They're playing better. You know, I think they're going to do well. I hate to say it as a Steeler fan, but it is what it is. Burrow's good. Getting points at home. Come on.
I think that leaves what we are. Everybody's gone.
Yep. I think so.
Okay, good deal. I got a little confused here with Saxman coming back in. All right, let's go to Carolina at the Packers. Packers put a beat down on Pittsburgh at home on Monday night. I'm going to let you Steelers fans vent on this game. Green Bay -12.5. I think the Panthers bubble has burst basically. So I'm going to make this easy. I'm going to take the Packers minus the 12.5. But let's go to Saxman, and then we'll go to Brendan, and we'll let you guys vent on your Steelers collapse last week. 16-7 at the half. They're getting the ball, and they get blown out, and they kick a bunch of field goals. Saxman.
I thought we were doing Carolina, Green Bay before I blew my top. No?
Go ahead.
Okay, well, once again, the Steelers think that putting 10 on the field on defense is the way to go in the NFL. I'm opposed to it. I'm just. That's my system, Trent. I like having 11 on defense.
Yeah, it's a good system.
And look, Steelers got some horrible calls at the most painful times. It cost them a lot, and frankly, a lot of momentum. And I turned the game off to the fourth quarter. I was like, I see this going. I can't stay up late and not sleep for 2 hours afterwards. But you could just see it. You could just see the whole thing turn. Some horrible calls. I mean, NFL. I mean, that refereeing crew should have been investigated. They were so bad, especially in light of the NBA scandals. I mean, it was that bad. But you can't rely on that when it comes to winning a football game. We all know that. But simple fact of the matter is, the NFL has got to get better at calling these games, whether it's the expedited reviews or whatever. But you in those situations with the limited amount of plays you have in the NFL, you can't make mistakes. And these referees are making mistakes, and it's costing people frankly, costing a lot of people a lot of money. When you're betting the kind of money that's being bet on these games, I would call for a congressional investigation in the NFL. Quite frankly, I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious.
You got to be kidding me, dude. Look,
I am not.
I listened to the game on Monday night on this bus. And I listened to it on the John Fredericks Media Network, which means I got the Steelers homers. And they weren't calling for a congressional investigation. What they were calling for is their defense to stop somebody. That's what they were calling for.
They were.
You had a couple bad calls. Even if you take those calls out, they're not going to win that game, right? I mean,
70-yard push off? Come on. That's horrible.
All right, let's go.
It's nonsensical. It doesn't matter in the game. It doesn't switch momentum.
Who's your pick on the
Steelers had them beat in the first half. Dear God.
Who's your pick on the Panther game?
Now we're going to go back to the Panthers and Green Bay. Let's piss off Saxman, and then we'll just go back to betting.
All right, Saxman, hold that thought. We'll let you vent here.
Hold it.
Just hold that thought.
What?
Let's go to Statler.
The dogs are in trouble today.
Okay.
The dogs are cowering under the bed right now.
I'm assuming we're still talking about the game last week. Yes, the calls were absolutely horrendous. I think I woke up most of my neighborhood screaming at my TV during those calls. However, do I think that it cost us the game?
Yes.
No.
Just say it.
This team is just that bad. And why are we acting like we're surprised? This is a Mike Tomlin team. It is the same process every year. Nobody wants to blame Tomlin for the Steelers falling short. The coaching staff has changed around him. The roster has changed around him. Tomlin is the common denominator. As long as he is wearing a headset on their sideline, it is going to be 9-8 seasons and barely missing the playoffs or a wild card exit. It is the same thing every year. They have spent the most amount of money on this defense compared to anybody else in the NFL, and we're ranked 22nd is what I think I saw. We're paying TJ Watt $41 million. I didn't even know if he still played for us anymore, okay? He disappears for 2 and 3 games at a time, and everybody wants to say, oh, it's because he's being double-teamed. I don't care. You know who else is double-teamed? Micah Parsons is double-teamed every play. Myles Garrett is double-teamed every play, and he wants to be in the conversation with these guys and making the money that they make. Prove that you were worth the money. He has not proved that he is worth the money.
Get rid of the DC. But the problem for the Steelers is they never fire a coordinator during the middle of the season.
They never fire anyone. I am so tired of the media. You watch when they're talking about the Steelers on ESPN. They act like they are so baffled. They don't know where the struggles originate with the Steelers. This has been going on for 10 years now. The coaching staff has changed around Tomlin. The roster has changed. Tomlin is the common denominator here. As long as he is wearing a headset on the Pittsburgh Steelers sideline, we're going to continue to be a mediocre team. Guys, we have become the Dallas Cowboys of the AFC.
Whoa.
No.
Back up.
No.
That's sacrilege. Don't you dare.
You may not want to admit it,
going into a
Saxman.
Catholic church and saying the Pope sucks. Back it up.
No, you may not want to admit it, Saxman, but the Cowboys are just like the Steelers. They show flashes throughout the regular season of what a good team should look like. And then when it comes to games that matters, they completely fall flat. We are really not that much different, whether we want to admit it or not.
False.
It is 100% true.
Except the fact that we won 2 Super Bowls.
Put that on social media, John.
That's garbage. That's garbage commentary right there.
That is 100% accurate
Over
analysis.
the top. You went too far.
No.
Okay, Saxman, well, I'm going to give you the final word on this.
I'm picking the Packers this game, by the way.
Logan Paul should be on this show. In fact, we got to get just a special Saxman, Statler, and Logan all together doing a rant on the Steelers. But Saxman, we're going to give you the final word here. What I mean, Statler's basically saying Tomlin's the problem.
Brendan's always said Brendan is a wonderful yinzer. We complain when we win and we complain when we lose. Okay, it's never good enough. The yinzers of today would go back and look at the 1970s film and still see missed tackles and go, see, he should have had that one. He should have had that one.
Saxman, the last time we won a playoff game, Obama was president.
Why don't you just stab me in the chest?
There is a serious problem here.
I don't disagree. I don't think it's Tomlin, though.
Who is the problem that's been here the entire time?
Look, the NFL is a league built on parity. It's a salary cap league. You're going to have mediocre rise to the mediocre. Okay, there's going to the point of separation in the NFL is the starting quarterback, which we have not had a great starting quarterback since Roethlisberger.
You got Aaron Rodgers.
Can I finish?
Yes. Sorry.
Okay, that's just the NFL. Now, the defense has played horribly. We all know that. This is not, the defense does not have an identity. The Pittsburgh Steelers this is so antithetical to Pittsburgh Steeler football. They should be with that defense and that talent, they should be suffocating people. And right now, as Cam Hayward said, they have no fight. And they need to start knocking heads inside that organization. And frankly, the problem is the DC, not the HC.
I think it's all of them because they were even having problems, not quite to this degree, I will acknowledge, but they have been underperforming even when Roethlisberger was the quarterback. So I mean, at some point, the head coach has got to bear some responsibility and be on the hot seat, right?
Not in Pittsburgh. They don't do that.
That's why we were mediocre right now.
16-7. You played a great first half.
Right.
The Packers guy missed the field goal there with no time on the clock.
Right.
And you're getting the football, and you're at home.
And what happened on that first drive?
Well, there was a bad.
That's right. You didn't watch it. You just heard it on the radio.
Well, I heard the Steelers guys calling it. They were mad about it. I mean, I heard your Homer guys
free play on an obvious offsides, and
it was terrible.
The ball downfield. Should have been
a first down.
Should have been a first down.
And
in the ensuing drive, the Kraft obviously pushes off offensive pass interference and goes for 70 yards and is tackled at the 10 or whatever it was. Horrible series of calls. Completely deflated the game.
John, can I jump in here and bring sanity back to this?
We got to get out of this segment. Go ahead.
But don't bring up the Steelers and go, oh, we're going to go somewhere else. Let's talk about Carolina and Green Bay. Nobody cares.
Go ahead, Vince.
Yeah, from a West Coast viewpoint, and I like the Steelers. I'm not a huge fan of theirs, but their mantra is yes, but we have stability at the head coach. In over 50 years, we've only had 3 head coaches: Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, and Mike Tomlin. Mm-hmm. But over the last 20 years, what has that got the franchise?
Thank you.
Sometimes you got to rattle things around, man. I mean,
I don't disagree. Shake it up. I think they got to fire Austin right now.
Yeah, as a coach myself, it's tough for me to say this, but sometimes change is good.
Yes.
Yeah. Look, college. I think college. To Vince's point, I think college is far more competitive than the NFL is right now. They're making substantive changes mid-season. Franklin's gone. Kelly's gone. Why is it not in the DNA of the Steelers to go, you know what? We need a defensive solution today. And if you can't come up with it, Terrell Austin, you're gone tomorrow. That's just the way this thing has to go. We have to get rid of that whole mindset, frankly, that you're not going to make mid-season. You'll make a mid-season player change, but you're not going to make a mid-season DC change because he's not making great calls, because that defense has no personality. It has no fire. It has no oomph. They're not tackling. The Pittsburgh Steelers aren't tackling. Put that in your mind right now. The reason they don't have cheerleaders, they don't block and tackle. Well, guess what? Neither does the damn defense.
We finally agree on something this segment, Sax.
We got to move on. Let's just get out of
Don't
this.
bring it up again. Don't. Oh, we'll move on. Sure.
until we get to the Indianapolis Pittsburgh
Have more
game.
coffee. Let's get some more caffeine and Sax to bring up the Steelers defense. Smart.
Let's go to Trent. Carolina at Green Bay. Green Bay is minus 12.5. I already gave my pick. Go ahead, Trent.
Yeah, I hate to throw gas on the fire here, but I was salivating when Green Bay was plus money there before the half. I hammered down on Green Bay. So. But in this game, I think the Panthers going to have to lean on their ground game, but the Packers do pretty well at stopping the run. Canales said he's going to lean on Dowdle a little bit more this week, but I don't think it's going to matter. They're going to have to rely on Bryce Young's arm, and I don't see that playing out well. I'm taking Green Bay in the points.
Coach Vince?
Yeah, I think Green Bay, this screams Green Bay right here. Green Bay is going to take care of business. They're going to beat the Panthers by more than 2 touchdowns.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Statler.
I'm picking Green Bay. That's an easy pick.
Okay, thank you. Sax?
I'll take Carolina just to piss y'all off.
You think Sax was a little upset over that game Sunday?
Yeah.
Monday night?
Hey, just wait till tomorrow. You'll be upset about the Indianapolis game.
Okay, let's go.
I had a perfectly good day lined up, and you bring up that game. Just take it one day at a time, Brendan. One day at a time. You need to focus on today, not tomorrow.
Chargers at Tennessee. It doesn't really matter where this game is played, guys. It just doesn't matter. Let's get somehow I lost my third page. Tell me what the line is here.
I have Chargers 9.5 on the run sheet.
Okay, let's start with Vince. Vince, go ahead.
Oh yeah, sorry, John. Yeah, I don't think this line could be high enough. I see the Chargers going into Tennessee and rolling the Titans. So take the Chargers.
Okay, Statler.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't see this one being close. Take the Chargers.
Saxman.
Yeah, Tennessee's playing for a draft pick again.
Trent.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. The Chargers probably cover the spread. I also like the under in this game. The total's 43.5. I like betting unders on lower totals, so give me the under.
Yeah, all those points will be scored by LA.
Yeah.
You can't bet Tennessee now for the rest of the season. I mean,
Yeah, they're trusting the process. They're trusting the process.
I think they covered. It's like, what was that, like the 76ers? Was that believe in the process? Oh God, I don't even know. I think they covered the first game against Denver. They might have covered another game. I don't remember. I don't think so. So they're like 1-7 and they covered one time. This team is, they don't even have an NFL roster. Now, whatever decent players they have, they're giving them away for a 5th round draft pick. I mean, this has got to be the saddest franchise in America. It is so bad. If I was Amy Adams, I would be so embarrassed of what I've done in destroying this football team and just turning it into a clown car. And it's sad for it's sad for the quarterback Cam Ward, because I think he's got tremendous potential. I think he's got, but look, they're going to get. I was rooting for the Jets because they're going to get another 1st round pick. They aren't that bad, so you got to go with the Chargers here, guys. Forget about it. I think I got everybody in, right? Okay, let's go to Atlanta at New England. Why is New England only 5.5? I bet Atlanta last week. I bet Atlanta. They get a field goal. They're down 7-3. We're like, okay, well, we're okay here. I don't even remember what the spread was. I went and took a shower. I come out and Ann says, well, that's a loser bet. And they got blown out. Well, what was it, 50-3? They suck. I don't know how you can keep betting this team. I am. And I tell you every single week, you cannot bet the Falcons. Even if they cover, it doesn't matter. You can't bet them. You never know what the hell team shows up. How do you get crushed in this game at home? In the Dome, forget it. I can't stand this team. I'm going to go with New England minus 5.5. They keep scoring. Drake May could be MVP. I'm going to go with Vrabel and the Pats, who are making me a believer, minus 5.5. Trent.
Yeah, I'm admittedly a Patriots fan, so but the Falcons are a stingy pass defense, and the Patriots.
Well, they weren't a week ago.
No, not a week ago, but they typically are. And the Patriots are without Ramondre Stevenson at running back, and I'm not sure how their pass protection is going to be with Travion Henderson and some practice squad guys there in the backfield. I think Atlanta may keep this close. Patriots win the game, but I think Atlanta covers. And another point to make is the Patriots have a stingy run defense, but I don't think it matters with Atlanta. They're going to get the ball to Bijan through the air. I think he's going to have a big game. So I like Bijan props and Atlanta plus points.
So you're taking Atlanta, even though Miami blew them out 50 to 50.
Yeah, well, I'm not betting it because I'm a Patriots fan, but
yeah, you're not. Okay, I get it. Let's get to Vince.
You realize if the Patriots win tomorrow and the Bills, who have a very tough task against the Chiefs, the Patriots could be sitting at the very top of the AFC East, up by a game and a half.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to happen.
Hard to believe.
The more I see the Patriots, the more I believe in them. And I'll agree with Matt Lumsden. He said several weeks ago that Drake May for MVP. I don't know if he's an MVP candidate, but he's a top level quarterback in the NFL. So I think the Patriots find a way to get this one done.
Saxman?
Let me get this straight. Is Trent from Pittsburgh? Because his accent says Western PA.
I'm from West Virginia.
Same thing.
Same thing.
And a Patriots fan.
Yep.
Just disturbing.
That rounds out your day, Sax.
Oh, I just flushed it. The day's over. The day's over. Crawling back into bed.
Do you have a pick on this game?
I love the New England 5.5. That's just I think giving it away. I think it's at least a 7-point game, and the lines moved to 46.5 now.
All right, let's go to.
I love the prop bet. I love that prop bet, even though Trent is really on my short list today.
What was the prop bet, Trent?
Bijan anything. Receiving yards particularly.
Yeah, he's gonna be your all around back Pro Bowl guy.
All right, let's get to Statler.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest problem with Atlanta is they're just too inconsistent. You have no idea what you're going to get with them from week to week. I don't even like them to cover this game. I think New England wins this very easily. I love what Drake May is doing. Vrabel has completely turned this franchise around from their 3 or 4 years of mediocrity. I love the Patriots. I love the direction they're going.
Vrabel's a great coach.
He is.
Well, everybody went, right? So,
yeah.
Losing track. Sorry, guys. Let's get to Niners at Jets. Jets win a game. The Jets win a game.
Niners are playing the Giants, actually.
Niners.
Yeah, it says Jets on the rundown, but it's Giants.
I'm sorry. Niners at Giants. Giants should have won a game, right? I'll do that. Niners going to New York, going to New Jersey, -2.5. Vince.
Yeah, the injuries just keep piling up on the Niners right now. You keep thinking, well, wait till they get healthy. Well, they're not healthy. But guess what? Neither are the Giants. Scatterboo breaks his ankle, out for the season. Tough loss for the Giants. Just with the Giants, you kind of saw some bounce in their step with him and obviously Jackson Dart. But I think the 49ers, they travel to New York. They are going to win this game, and they're going to cover.
All right, let's get to Saxman.
I'll take the home dog. I think they're dog, right?
Yeah, Giants.
I'll take a home dog in the NFL any day.
Statler?
Nah, I got to roll with the Niners in this one. I don't think it's going to be close.
Trent?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Niners. I think they lean on McCaffrey. He may touch the ball 30, 35 times in this game. The Giants don't have a good run defense. McCaffrey's going to have a big day. Niners in the points.
I think without Scatterboo, it's a different team. I mean, he had really energized that team. He's out for the season, isn't he?
Yeah.
Broken ankle.
If he's back at all, good Lord.
I think that. I know it's horrible. I think that really hurts that team, and it's a shame because he's fun to watch. He was a fun player. So look, I'm going to go with the Niners. I think they go into New Jersey, win that game, and even with the injuries, they just keep winning. Okay, here's our favorite game on the card. But before that, here's what Chris Saxman needs. He needs a good night's sleep because he's a little testy today. So the best thing this Saxman can do is take REM sleep, which I took last night. and got 9 hours of sleep, right? Had a little party on the bus here. We had a few cocktails. And then I went to bed, took my REM sleep, bang, 9 hours of sleep, dreamed all night, get up all full of energy, jump out of bed, ready to roll. The REM sleep is about quality of life. Quality of life. And that's what I keep telling my team and Ann about quality of life, right? At our age, you got to get quality of life. To get quality of life, you need quality sleep. Got to have it. And what REM sleep does is it supports all 4 phases of your sleep, and you go to sleep immediately, 15 minutes before you take a bed, rip it off, take it, down it, tastes good. And then you have that deep sleep. You're not tossing and turning. And you know how many times you get up, it's like, I'm tired. That'll put you in the deepest sleep. And it is going to make a difference in your whole day, every day. I never leave home without it. Either does Ann. In fact, we got, hopefully Vince's baseball team's got it. I hooked them up with Doug. Hopefully you guys got that worked out. But all you got to do is go to healthycell.com/Godzilla, healthycell.com/Godzilla, promo code Godzilla. You're going to get 20% off your first order, 20% off. Check it out. You're going to love it. It's all natural. So go to healthycell.com. Great company, great products, founding sponsor of Godzilla, because they know in order for us to get good picks and for them to make money, and Doug follows us, owner of the company, bets our picks, he knows we need a good night's sleep. Healthycell.com, promo code Godzilla, get your REM sleep today. Founding sponsor of the John Frederick Show. Now let's get to my favorite game of all time on this card. Indianapolis at Pittsburgh. Ooh, it's going to be fun. Indianapolis minus
No, it's not.
3.5. A lot of people think this is the best team in pro football right now. They keep winning, undefeated, I believe, and they go into Pittsburgh. Let's start with before we get to the Yinzers and let them rant. Let's get to Trent Connor.
Yeah, the Colts offense averaging like 34 points a game. I mean, they almost reach 40 points. It seems like every week, but and all the stats say Colts. And I think people are going to be making their parlays Sunday morning. And they're just going to see that Colts minus the points, and they're going to click it in. But I think this is going to be the parlay buster for the week. I think Rodgers has a very big day against this Colts pass defense, and I think the Steelers have a chance to win this game in Pittsburgh. Just give me the Steelers plus points and the money line.
Vince, bold pick, Trent. Bold pick, Vince.
Very bold pick. Very bold pick. I've got to go Indianapolis in this one. I think they're just rolling right now, and it looks like they are an immovable object. The points they're putting up, they are going on the road. They are an indoor team playing in Pittsburgh. I don't know if weather's going to be a factor this weekend or not, but even if it were, I think you got to go Colts in this one.
Well, that leaves me, and then we'll get to the injures. There's no way I can bet Pittsburgh after that game on Monday night. In the second half, they didn't stop the Packers one time. They got the ball, they scored. They got the ball, they scored. They got the ball, they scored. They didn't stop one time. Not once.
We know.
Not one time. So, and now you got this prolific offense with Jonathan Taylor, and you've got, another guy having a great season at quarterback that came from nowhere. You got him. And I can't bet the Steelers. The 3.5 looks appealing, just like the 3 did when they played the Packers. You got to stop somebody on defense. That was your problem last week, and that was embarrassing. At home, that was embarrassing. So as much as I am a Steelers guy, I love to bet the Steelers, and I love Mike Tomlin. I can't bet him. I'm going to go with the Colts minus the 3.5. Now let's get to the injuries and start with Saxman.
All right, for October, the Colts have played successively. The Raiders these are at home against the Raiders, at home against the Cardinals, on the road against the Chargers, at home against the Titans. If you can't win those games, you should not be in the NFL. I think the Colts are a little overrated right now, quite frankly, given the opposition that they've had over the last month. I'm trying to be as objective as possible here because there's 2 teams that take the field. It's the defense for the Colts and the defense for the Steelers. They both suck. So I would take the over here and not touch the game because I think the Steelers probably win this thing outright. But I'm not going to put money on it.
Steelers pick. Okay, Statler.
Yeah, I'm certainly not putting money on either, but my honest analysis for this game, if the Steelers defense has not shown up the last 2-3 weeks, wherever it is we've been living through this, they're not going to show up against the Indianapolis Colts and Danny Dimes. Colts are going to come into Pittsburgh, roll the Steelers, 3.5, 30.5, doesn't matter. And it's going to put me in a bad mood again Sunday. It's over. 9-8, here we come, guys.
See, I agree with Statler. I'm going to lay the 3.5. I mean, it's not good for my business, our business, when the Steelers don't win, because we get more advertising on the Steelers games, which we carry nationally with the NFL affiliate, the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I want the Steelers to win. Like, I was so excited on Monday night when they had the lead, but they suck. I mean, I'm sorry, guys. That game Monday,
you just have to go for the right
I can't get over that game. I can't get over the game. You're getting the ball. You're up 16-7. You're at home.
We know. Pick the pick.
Oh, okay.
Look, John, if the Steelers keep this up, you have to change your sponsorship mix. You have to go for therapists and cannabis stores, okay? This is what you're going to have to switch. And your
Iron City beer.
Statler, look, you're the sales guy. Go find a cannabis store. Is cannabis legal in West Virginia?
Call 1-800-THERAPIST.
I think it might be. I don't know. I live in PA.
Call a therapist and say, "You got." That's a great idea, Saxman. Statler, go call on a bunch of therapists and say, "Look, you got to advertise on the Steelers because you got all these Steelers fans, and they're like having meltdowns, and they're going to call you up for help." That is a brilliant sales strategy.
Right. So you're welcome.
I'll give him Saxman's number.
I want 10%. That's all I ask. Look,
we'll give you 10%.
If you want to have a weekly Steelers rant show,
Yes,
it will sell out.
Yes, I'm going to do it.
It could be our first
after
sponsor.
the election, weekly Steelers rant. I'm going to text you guys, and then we got to get in Hogan Powell. He's probably listening right now, screaming at the at whatever device he's on. But we need to do that. We're going to do it next week.
I got the name for it, John.
What is
Monday
it?
Morning Rant.
What is it?
Monday Morning Rant. That'll be the show.
Well, it's got to have the Steelers in it.
No, Monday morning meltdown. It's more alliterative. Monday morning meltdowns.
Monday morning Steelers meltdown?
No, just take out Steelers. We all know what it's there for.
Monday morning
we should call it ranting.
Monday morning Monongahela meltdown.
Ranting in that.
And that.
What?
And that.
He doesn't know that word.
I know, he's not a Yinzer.
That's Pittsburghese there.
What is it? Ranting? What?
Ranting. And that is spelled N''AT.
It's too. You blow my head up. I got to go. We all made these picks. Okay, let's get to Denver at Houston. The Texans -1.5. Denver keeps winning. I don't know how, but they keep winning these games. Let's go with Statler.
Yeah, I love the Broncos in this game. I think Bo Nix is coming along well. I think he's for real. I don't see any way the Texans beat them.
Vince?
You know, I thought that last week the 49ers played the Texans, and I was very impressed with the Texans defense. But you know who else had a very good game that maybe statistic-wise wasn't that eye-popping? I thought C.J. Stroud may have had his best game of the entire year. And I think this being at Houston, granted, Denver's had a nice run here, but I think the Texans find a way to win this one.
Saxman.
I love Denver right now, and I think it should be an NFL rule that they only play in the Orange Crush uniforms. Just
old school with their
just the right school. That's what that is. That's Craig Moore.
Logo,
Craig Moore,
right?
John Elway. Don't screw with those new uniforms. I hate them.
I agree with it. So you going with who? Denver?
Yeah, I'll take Denver here, and the under.
Trent?
Yeah, my initial look at this game, I was wondering what the line looked a little fishy, being Houston that was the favorite, but Pat Surtain's out for Denver, which I think probably swung in a little bit. And to Vince's point, Houston's defense looked stellar last week. They were talked about as a legit defense in the preseason. They started slow, but they seem to have figured things out. I'm gonna take Houston money line.
Houston money line. I think they're coming on. Stroud finally seems to be doing a little better. Had a better game than he's had all season. That defense was supposed to be legit. It certainly looked legit last week. Sometimes it takes a team a while to get into thing. I mean, so they're got to win some games to make the playoffs. And Denver's won a lot of games they really shouldn't have won. And I'm going to go back to the first game. Titans should have beaten that first game as bad as they are. So I'm just not a believer. I mean, I'm just not a believer. So I'm going to go here with the Texans. I'm not going to lay the 1.5. I'm going to go with the money line in case they win by 1. Okay. Poor Saints at Rams. Saints at Rams. And the Rams are minus 14.5. Poor Saints. I kind of like this team. I like Kellen Moore. I know Sheriff Clark hated him when he was offensive coordinator in Dallas. I think he's a good coach. I think they got a good young team. I think even though they don't win, they fight. But they're also getting blown out, and you can't take them because they're not going to win. So Rams minus the 15. Saxman.
I trust the process here with the Saints, but apparently there is no process with the Saints, whereas the Titans are intentionally tanking the season. I just think there's a bad football team, especially on offense. It's a blowout.
Yep. Vince?
Yeah, Puka Nacua back in L.A., cross-country flight for the Saints. And right now the Rams are playing really good football. They really are. They're probably one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the NFC. I think the Rams roll in this one.
Statler?
Yeah, this one is not going to be close. The Rams are going to dominate from start to finish.
Trent?
Yeah, this is not a game I'm going to be sitting down to watch. I like the Rams minus the points, and I think Kyron Williams has a big game. I would take him to score a touchdown, lay a little bit of juice, but I think it's a pretty clear bet there.
All of us all over the Rams in this game. Let's get to Vikings, who are in last place in the NFC. What is that? The Central, the North, right?
North.
NFC North. A lot of people thought they'd maybe have a run at the Super Bowl, maybe run at the championship. They're sitting there mired in last place, playing like crap, going to the Lions, who are 9.5 at home. You just can't bet the Vikings right now. I'm going to start off. I'm going to go with the Lions. Lay the 9.5. Trent.
Yeah, this is probably going to be one of the most bet games on the 1 o'clock time slot. Public's loving the Lions. Just for that reason, I'm going to take the Vikings and the points.
Okay. Saxman.
Same. I like the Vikings to cover, but obviously not win this game. And for your memory banks with the pre NFL season, I had the Vikings going 6-11.
You were right about that. You were the naysayer saying they were very overrated. So big shout out to Saxon.
Well, because they're going to have a rookie quarterback, and in that division with that schedule, because they also play the AFC North, and they're just going to get pounded. Look at the games coming up for Minnesota. It's brutal.
It's brutal. Yep. Let's see, Vince.
Yeah, I don't think this line can be high enough. I really don't. I think the Lions roll in this one. I think the way their offense has been performing of late, and they've got a lot to play for, man. I mean, right now, Green Bay is the at the top of the heap in the North, and if you win the NFC North, you have a very good shot of being the number 1 seed in the NFC. So I don't see the Lions stumbling here.
Brendan Statler.
No, I agree. I think that this is an easy bet. Minnesota is not very good, and Detroit is playing good ball. I'm going to take Detroit at 9.5.
All right, let's get to one of the big games on the card.
Before we leave here, but look at the Vikings schedule. They could have a 7-game losing streak coming up.
Yeah, they could.
It's brutal.
Yep. Let's get to the biggest game on the card. We got a lot of time we've saved for this game. Kansas City at Buffalo. Kansas City, if you looked at this game a month ago and somebody said to you Kansas City is going to be favored by 2.5, you would say, okay, that means Josh Allen's hurt, right? The way Buffalo was playing and the way Kansas City was playing, you would figure at home the Bills would be -4, -4.5, maybe 5. They're 2.5-point underdog at home against the Chiefs. This has got to be the game to watch. We're going to start with the old ball coach, Vince Maiaco.
Yeah, I've been singing the Kansas City Chiefs demise all year and even this summer. And I thought I was onto something. But boy, over the last couple of weeks, it looks like the Chiefs have kind of found their stride, and they're what I thought was going to be a struggle for them to make the playoffs. Now they're eyeballing an AFC West title, and they're playing for positioning in the playoffs. And I agree with you, John. A month ago, you're thinking, really, the Bills are getting 2.5 at home against the Chiefs, who are falling flat on their face. But boy, the way the Chiefs are going, I think you go Kansas City in this one.
Brendan Statler.
I am betting with my hatred of the Chiefs over logic here.
Yes,
let's go Buffalo.
Why do you like the Bills?
Because I hate the Chiefs.
Perfect analysis.
That's the only answer I need, right?
That's just pure American goodness right there.
That's right.
Chris Saxman, Buffalo plus 2.5 at home.
Home dog, yes. Buffalo playing better. Kansas City. I mean, look at the last couple of games. They've beaten the Raiders and the Commanders, who had a lot of injuries. I think they're a little overrated. To Vince's previous point, I still see some weakness in that lineup. Even though they're playing better in scoring, they haven't really played many good teams lately. And I like Buffalo at home. Look, Buffalo fans, I just experienced this last week in Carolina, are psychotic. There's a difference. The difference between being, a passionate fan and being flat out psychotic. Those people are flat out psychotic, and I love it. And my daughter is marrying into the Bills Mafia. She got engaged last weekend, and they're going to come unhinged in this game. And I think Buffalo wins flat out.
Interesting. So, in your family, being like my family, you have to be an Astros fan, or you don't eat. You can't stay with us. So it's a rite of passage.
Right.
Like they're Astros fans. And, I can deal with the football's fine. I'm a Titans guy. Joe's Titans, but Jack got tired of the whole thing, losing. But if you don't root for the Houston Astros, you simply cannot be my child, right?
Right.
Rite of passage.
Right.
So how do you deal with your daughter marrying in to the Bills Mafia in your conference?
Well, I told my kids, this is like 15, 20 years ago. I said, you can be, we're Catholic. I said, you can be Buddhist, Baptist, Presbyterian, spin the wheel of crazy, figure out what the Presbyterians believe today. Zoroastrianism, Hindu, Muslim, be whatever you want, think whatever you want. But in this house, you're a Steeler, Pirates, and Penguins fan. That's just the bottom line. So when it comes to marrying, they can root for the Bills. That's fine. But if there's an AFC Championship game, let me tell you, it changes when it's game time. And we're a Steeler family through and through. I'm going to the Bills game, as you know, John, with that new. Probably he's going to be the son-in-law if he makes the final cut here. And he's in the fourth quarter. So I made the toast. We had a surprise dinner for them in Charlotte last weekend, and I made my toast that this was the third pick in the first round of the Saxman marital draft. But the Steelers had traded a pick to the Buffalo Bills, and with the third pick in the first round of the Saxman marital draft, the Buffalo Bills have drafted Nora Saxman.
What did you say? You can be a Presbyterian and change what you believe on a daily basis.
Yeah, just spin the wheel of theology.
Saxman, you're on fire today. I got to tell you that. Spin the wheel if you're a Presbyterian. Figure out what you believe today.
It's like the wheel of theological fortune. Just spin the wheel.
That's why I was raised a Catholic, born a Catholic, Ann and I are Catholic, Joe's Catholic. We're Catholic because, it's like you don't change it. It is what it is, right? It's there. And, we believe in the crucifix and nothing changes.
Nothing.
Some bad things happen, but nothing ever changes. And we got a woke Pope, whatever, but it's just Catholicism. Presbyterianism, you're right. You never know from one day to the next what's going on.
It's like
okay, having said that, who's your? I got you. You threw me off. Who's your pick?
Buffalo money line. Make some money.
Let's get to. Sorry about that, Trent. Let's get to Trent Connor. Trent, who's your pick in this game?
I like the Chiefs in this game. Patrick Mahomes has really been playing phenomenal football these past few weeks, and ever since Rashee Rice got back, he came back and it was like nothing changed with that offense. The Bills' ground defense is not very good. I think the Chiefs could have a little bit of success. I mean, Mahomes has been their leading rusher in quite a few games this year. I think the Chiefs get this done. I think Vegas is telling you who's going to win this game by favoring the Chiefs.
So my best bet is Buffalo. So I'm going to go counter Trent, which I don't like to do because he's very dialed in, and he does this for a living. But I'm getting 2.5 at Buffalo with those nutbag fans in there that are going to start that started the tailgate Wednesday, and they're going to be hanging out the rafters. It's going to be cold. I mean, I love Buffalo in this game. Somebody said this earlier. Chiefs, they're playing really well, but they haven't beaten anybody in the last couple of weeks. They played some really weak sisters. So, the Bills, this is a signature game for them, a statement game. Josh Allen always finds a way, baby. He always finds a way. This is a game you don't want to miss. I don't know where we are in this bus, but I'm going to be tuning it in. And I love the Bills here, plus 2.5. In fact, that's my best bet of the week. Hate to go against Trent, but that's what I'm doing.
Well, get it at 2.5 because the line's already moved to 1.5 on some sites. So make sure you get that 2.5.
I'm going to get whatever is on DraftKings. That's what I'm going to bet. Okay, let's get to Seattle at Washington Redskins. Inside joke that one day we're going to make him change the name back, aren't we, Saxman? One day, Saxman and I got a plan. We got a diabolical plan to get their name back.
Rats, Rents, and Redskins.
Right now, we got to go with the Commanders. Seattle at Washington. Seattle's minus 2.5. Nobody giving the Commanders any respect. Somebody, I don't know who said this a week ago, but I've said it to other people. It was a brilliant analysis talking about the Washington defense, how good it was last season and how bad it is this season. And there's no injuries. Nothing's changed. And I forget, one of you guys said this. You said, the problem is they were old last season. Now they're a year older. It's a very old defense. They're a year older. And the other difference is last season, their offense had these long, sustained drives. This year, they're not. So they're fading in the fourth quarter. They're older. They're slower. They don't have the spring in the step they had. And that's what the problem is with the Redskins. I forget who said that. It was a brilliant analysis. Based on that, I just got to go with Seattle here. Seattle just keeps winning. Boy, they look really good. That Washington defense is garbage. They're too old. I'm going with Seattle minus 2.5. Let's go to Trent.
Yeah, this is the Sunday night game, I believe.
Yeah.
Public's loving Seattle just for that reason. Primetime game. My contrarian better in me is going to take Washington plus the points. I think they could even win this game.
Okay. Let's go to Saxman.
Yeah, I like that analysis. I think just it's just one of those parody games where the NFL just sort of lines up and says, it's this time for the Redskins to beat the Seahawks, who are traveling from coast to coast on this one. I like the Commanders. I don't think they're as bad as they've been playing lately.
Vince?
Yeah, I think your previous statement, what you said to John, I think, was that Logan that made that analysis?
I think it was Logan. Yeah, it was Logan. It was very astute.
Yeah, very well said. And thanks for bringing that up. I look at this, the tale of two defenses. Who has the better defense of the two teams? Seattle, correct? Yes. Seattle travels well. It seems like the West Coast to East Coast trips doesn't bother them as much. Case in point, they went to Pittsburgh earlier this year. Sorry, Brendan.
Let's go. TikTok.
So I like the Seahawks in this one.
Statler?
As much as I want to bet the Redskins, I can't. They're too inconsistent from week to week. I'm taking Seattle.
All right. Three of us like Seattle. Trent's going contrarian. He likes Washington. I want to bet Washington Monday night. I really do. I don't know where we are Monday night. Somewhere traveling around. I like to see Washington win. I want to bet them, but I can't because they don't have any defense. But I hope Trent's right. You know what? Sometimes there's a better. If I lose this bet, I'm good because I really want Washington to win. Worst case is Seattle wins by 1, then I lose both ends of it. That's a disaster. Okay, we got a couple more minutes here. We're going to Monday night, baby. Who picked this game? Arizona Cardinals at the Cowboys. Just when you think the Cowboys were any good, they did what they did a week ago. Just when you think maybe they're not as bad, maybe that offense is just so good, nobody can stop them. Maybe they can play a little defense. Just maybe there's hope. Maybe they get crushed.
Well, that sounds like the Pittsburgh Steelers.
We've had discussion.
Oh my God,
we're not that different.
Minus 2.5 over just a hapless Cardinal team. This team they got talent. They just don't win games. We're good. So let's go with Vince. Cardinals, Phoenix in Dallas. Vince minus.
Dallas only going to cost the Cowboys 2.5 points. I think this is a game where the Cowboys just outscore Arizona, and it could. Who knows? It could be a 41-38 game, and guess what? A 41-38 game wins it for the Cowboys.
Stellar.
Yeah, the Cowboys have been disappointing this year, but they're not bad enough to where they're going to lose to Arizona. Dallas is going to roll this game.
Saxman.
Yeah, I like Dallas in the over.
All right, we're going to close with Trent and then go to our best bets. Trent, what do you see here?
Yeah, I agree with Sax on the over. I like that play a lot. A lot of people are betting the under currently, but there's still a couple of days, so it's going to even out. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. has a big game for Arizona. Cowboys cannot stop anyone, any perimeter wide receiver. I think Harrison has a massive game. I'm going to take the Cardinals in the points here in prime time.
I'm taking the Cardinals. I love this bet. I just can't bet Dallas. I just can't bet. They don't stop. Look at that game last week. What did they have one defensive series where they stopped the who blew them out last week? Who was that? Somebody.
Who was it?
Well, anyway,
the Broncos.
The Broncos blew them out, and they don't score. They blew them out. They scored like 40. You can't. They have no defense. I like the Cardinals. Eventually, the Cardinals are going to win a game, and I also like Saxon's thing about the parity. Okay, we have a minute. I want your NFL best bet rapid fire. Saxman.
2 overs: Colts, Steelers, and Cardinals, Cowboys. 2 overs.
New England. And I'll give you, I'm not going LSU, but I'm going to Ohio State with college football.
Statler.
New England over the Falcons, the Lions over the Vikings, and let's go Buffalo over the Chiefs.
3 best bets. Trent.
Pittsburgh money line. You don't even need the points. Rodgers is supposed to have a legacy game last week against his former team. It's coming this week. He's going to get the win against the Colts.
Bills Mafia at home getting 2.5. Josh Allen wins this game single-handedly. Look out, Bills. That does it for Godzilla Wins. Thanks for being with us. You can follow our bus store. Go to victoryva.com. Victoryva.com. We're about to go down the road right now. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Up next, Jay Delsing with golf right now.